Alright, welcome back to Ratchet and Clank. On the last episode we took on Velden and Valis. And look at that, we get to start off with one of the better planets in the entire series. Metropolis. Everybody knows and loves this level. The song is so damn iconic. Now this is one of the few weapons that I buy before I get my Raritanium upgrade.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
This blaster. Because it's nice, it's very cheap. And funny enough, when you buy weapons, they don't give you max ammo, but I don't use this weapon a whole lot, so I end up just picking up ammo along the way. And yeah, two different paths you could take, but I like to get this one out of the way.
Welcome to the Captain Quark Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck! Quark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
Oh, Clank. Alright, so here we have a fitness course. But it's not challenging at all. It's funny playing the reimagining that they made of this game for the PS4 back in 2016. I know that game isn't well received, and considering this is like literally one of my favorite games of all time, I'm talking like top 10 worthy. I actually really enjoy that version. You kind of just have to learn to separate the two, but I find that game beautiful in its own regard. I do prefer this, of course, but a lot of people kind of shit on that game, and I actually enjoy it. Oh shit, look at that. I almost fell to my This course is not hard, but as you can see, make note of those boxes. That shiny yellow thing over there is actually a gold bolt. In fact, the way you're supposed to get that is ideally you would do the other path first. You would get an upgrade and then you could just hover your way over there from the top of this tower. But I'll show you guys another way of getting that. A way that it's not intended, but it's actually very easy to do, and it's faster. Because if you decide to levitate your way there, well, not really levitate, helipack your way there, you're gonna have to backtrack, so I prefer to reduce backtracking.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast.
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day. But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark.
Captain Quark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
All right, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today, the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad, life's not fair.
Look at that, and we're supposed to get this for free. God damn it.
Sweet. I bet Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that. The two of you make me sick.
Congratulations on your new...
And I completely forgot to mention, you do need 1,000 bolts, but let's see. This is actually my favorite Ratchet. A lot of people don't like the personality of the Ratchet in this game. But I like the voice actor for this one. He seems to have the most personality as well. There's certain reasons why, but we'll get to that later on in the story. Let's see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this path. More and more boxes. At this point, my brain does that automatically. I simply cannot go past a box without breaking it. There is one section of the game where I don't even really focus on breaking boxes. We'll see that about halfway through the game, and it's for obvious reasons. To me, this game is it's like the most fun you ever really have playing a game. There is like a 5 to 10 minute section, but it's not even like it's super bad. It's just I played this game 100 times, and that one section is I kind of just speed run through it. And as you can see, there's kind of a cooldown when he swings this wrench, so that's why you'll see me smacking and jumping a lot of times. Right, these dogs can be kind of annoying. Now it's actually possible to get up here without this upgrade, but the timing on that is very annoying, so I'll just wait until you're actually supposed to get that. And it's possible also to beat this guy without the wrench, but I don't like getting hit, and the timing is actually pretty rough. Well, look at these new bolts. The design on that one. Definitely want to kill that guy. He's got 500 bolts. Now, the one weapon I would have loved to see them add to this first game is actually like the plasma whip. The plasma whip or the flail or scorpion from Up Your Arsenal and Deadlock. Those weapons are amazing for enemies like that. I like to surround you. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun getting to all of the Ratchet games. You're gonna see a lot of RPGs on this channel, but you're also gonna see quite a bit of Ratchet and Clank as I make my way through the whole series. Alright, now this is such an annoying enemy. He places these traps, but in fact, I was a bit distracted. Normally, whenever I find those guys, the first thing I do is kill them before I do anything else. But yeah, if you step on that naturally, you're gonna take damage. Oh, almost took damage there. Oh, get back here. Oh, look at that. He took out his own homie. Now, if you make note of the statue, there's a skill point if you stand on top of it. I'll show you later how to get on top of that.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your infobot announcement. You were with Captain Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Quark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service.
And another bolt stipulation.
Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait. Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
And look at that. Now Clank has a nice little upgrade.
Try using the helipack spoon.
Now you can actually do some really interesting things with this helipack if you're good at timing. You can build speed. If you essentially do a helipack back to back. And then, oh, the stairs ruined it. A lot of this game is, you can actually like chain certain things and build momentum. It's actually pretty cool. So look at that distance that he did with that side flip. So yeah, regardless of what path you take, you're gonna get hit with both stipulations, whether 1,000 on each side. But at this point, I mean, you only have access to 2 new weapons. You should have more than enough bolts. At this point, I could have paid for both of those things and even bought that flamethrower, but Again, since I don't plan on using the weapon, and I can get it for a discount later, I'm actually gonna just wait. And again, there goes that my brain automatically going to the bolts. Well, you can just take this to go back up. Oh, there's another one still left. Where is he? Now, in terms of all the other Ratchet games, this game is actually really hard to come up on some money, so it's not like the other games where it's very, very easy to make money. Especially on the New Game Plus runs. That's something I haven't talked about, but I will be doing New Game Plus of this as well. Although that is going to be a lot faster. I won't be showing the cutscenes on that. And I might edit some stuff out. Alright, so first thing you want to do is take this out. Otherwise they're going to keep respawning. And from here you can actually make it to that statue, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, when I was younger, I used to go out of my way to get all the skill points, but there's absolutely no incentive to actually doing these. Well, in going commando up your arsenal, there's more of an incentive. You actually can unlock stuff, but I don't know, the skill points, they don't really feel all that worth doing. Especially in this first game, a lot of it is just, you have to actually stand under, like in between, to get that to activate. But yeah, a lot of the skill points are like shooting stuff down from the air. So I'm not gonna actually worry about that. I will be showing all the gold bolts because you actually want to do that, otherwise you won't get the gold weapons. Alright, that's just one of the few skill points. Some of them I actually do, because I think that they're cool. That being one of them. One on the next planet is pretty cool as well. Alright, I should have actually got rid of this guy, so I could have kept chaining these. Get out of here. Cool, got some bolts. You can do some really cool things chaining the, oh, well that just ate all my speed. In fact, let me show you guys something really quick, what I mean by this. Because I end up doing this quite a bit. It's really cool how you can essentially just keep chaining speeds. You're actually not supposed to touch the analog at all. Okay, that kind of got in the way, but as you can see, you can very easily build speed in this game. That's why you see me jumping a lot and long jumping. Oh my. Hopped the fence to the wrong little backyard. Look at this. That does not sound like fun, getting chased by a dog, but fortunately for me, I haven't had to deal with that, although I've had some very close calls. Naturally, you're supposed to go the other way, but you can really just get this way. And those backdrops are so amazing. Alright. Let's see. I don't know what those sound effects are, but I love it. It makes me think of like an evil scientist or something, for some reason. Alright. Yeah, you just move a lot faster when you're constantly jumping. There's like that cooldown, but... Oh. Look at that. I was able to get him. How did he fit through that? That is such a small path. And look at all these boxes. Now you can actually... There's no real reason to come up here. Or there's some ammo boxes, but... Oh shit. That was almost a little too close. Well, actually I'm gonna be putting that to use. Look at all those bolts. Yeah, eventually, as you keep going to new planets, you're gonna get more and more new weapons. The weapons are gonna get a lot more expensive. And unless you're getting that discount, you're not gonna afford all the weapons on your first playthrough. I actually buy every weapon except for the Rhino on my first playthrough. That discount comes in clutch. It was song so catchy. Oh my, I just completely missed right there. Now, some of those balls should be coming back at you, but I'm not worried about that. And just make your way to the info bot. Now, funny enough, there's actually where we're supposed to land, but this thing will just keep going in a circle, and once you touch this, look at that, we spawn here. Now that info bot goes this way, but oh, this enemy's so annoying. You actually want to go check out this other side. Ooh, look at that. And I still find this to be one of the most impressive PS2 games. The fact that this came out in 2002, it runs at a constant 60 frames per second. The aesthetics is so nice. This game was just way ahead of its time.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek.
Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
It's an interesting dynamic they got going with Ratchet and Clank. Alright, onto the, they complement each other so well. So yeah, we've pretty much done everything we can to do here, but I'm actually going to get the remaining gold bolts. Now, you can use this gliding thing, or go to the top of the fitness course and get that gold bolt that way, but I much prefer doing it this way. Now, you weren't intended to do it this way. So you eventually want to jump off this and then immediately smack your wrench, and then you can move. And, well, it's actually a bit trickier to time, but I usually just get it right away. Alright, so just bounce from this to this. Hey, we're not intended to do it this way. If you long jump here, you'll actually land on something. But I like to go around it. You don't actually have to land there, you can just... Look at that. Now it's kind of funny how the worlds in this game were made. I know the programming to this game must have been like a nightmare. It must have been very difficult. Considering what they were working with and stuff, and but you can actually kind of just... I wouldn't say fairly easily, but it's actually not that hard to break out of bounds in this game. And speedrunners have absolutely taken advantage of this. In fact, speedruns of this game are actually really cool. I'll definitely recommend checking those out. In fact, I like watching the ones from Up Your Arsenal the most because that game has like the coolest movement you'll ever see in a Ratchet game. Even Going Commando has some of it too, with the charge boots. But yeah, that sums up Novalis. Or, not Novalis, Metropolis. And you ideally want to do Metropolis first because you need the swing shot in this planet. So, you do Metropolis first and that makes it so you don't have to backtrack. But yeah, unless the planet's very short, I think I'm just gonna do one planet per episode at this point. That'll make the Let's Play around like 20 episodes, give or take, because I will do some backtracking to get the gold bolts. But yeah, it's gonna wrap it up for this episode. On the next episode, we're gonna explore this cool planet, Iridia. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.